Yeah, there's this thing. Let me see. Yeah. Did it come back at all?
Not for me.
Not for you.
Wait.
Like,
Up.
yep,
There we
there
go.
it is. There we go. Yep. Now
Victory.
we're back. Victory. Not the HMS. There's a live one. I'm gonna go to the live. There we go. And because I didn't pay money, I don't count for I can't see whatever's happening live. So that's even funnier. Hey folks, what we did was, when you have a VPN running,
That's weird. He is on the stream, but I can't see him here.
well, get good. Actually, I can see you okay, Jim. So I can see you and hear you. So best of luck. Can everybody else see and hear Jim?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That's all that matters in my brain.
All right. We'll just try and tell Jim,
Tell Jim what's
Yeah,
happening.
because I
You can
got
just
you.
You can just drop.
I got
and
the stream unmuted now, and that's not good.
You can drop and rejoin if
you're under attack. What do you do?
you Yeah.
Yeah, let
All
me
right.
try this.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully you'll see it. You'll have to drop and rejoin. That's my thought, or refresh. All right. Allegedly, what happens is, funny thing, Proton VPN is severely bandwidth throttled through the Netherlands. And that was what my system was running through.
Maybe they slapped it with 100% tariff.
They slapped it with some serious tariffs. So I really appreciate everybody's. Remember how I said, I could be downloading something? I have a secondary account on this computer, and I had presumed I had restarted. Hey, all right. Oh, nope, we didn't check for Dragonos. She's there. What we are is welcome back. And in theory, Jim is going to join us at some point. But first, I think everybody's on, or at least is available. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you guys introduce yourselves. Darth Sarcastic, how about you introduce?
Hey, Steve here, Darth Sarcastic, playing Lieutenant Nels Tallis, your friendly neighborhood Bajorn security officer. And I think we're about to deal with a bunch of spider-type creatures in the engine room. Makes for a perfect movie.
And then what I'm going to ask is, Cam, how about you?
All right. I'm Cam, everybody, and I'm playing Lieutenant Melkor Gorthar, and the Frosian science officer, who last week got injured trying to bust open a door and hurt his back, and he's now in sick bay. So he's not completely out of the commission. He's in a lot of pain and may have difficulties helping his crewmates.
Jim has not come back.
Oh dear.
We're down to two.
Oh, there he is.
The most important thing is neither of you were in the same room. So this is the best part of it. Hey Jim,
right.
We're just gonna have you introduce yourself. Did you just restart your computer out of spite?
Yeah, I just got mad and torched it all.
Basically what I'm doing. Hey Rufus, I'm glad you're back. You basically quadrupled our audience. What I'm gonna do is Jim, how about you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Jim, and I play Starfleet engineer Lieutenant Lemuel Higby, who is hopefully going to have fewer technical difficulties on the USS Indianapolis than he's currently experiencing in Massachusetts.
Oh no, is it extra technical difficulties or just these technical difficulties on my end?
I don't know anymore. I thought I could blame it all on you. But maybe it's me. It's not you, it's me.
I guess it depends on where you're running your VPN through. You said the Netherlands?
That's where Proton does things. Yes. Until you pay him money, you're not gonna. It's not gonna let you do that. And also, I think it's doing its own little loop-de-loop. I've got a bit of a loop-de-loop thing going. Okay, so there's main screen. I'm going to move main screen over to where I can actually see myself. And here we go. All right. So in medias res, what we had happen was spiders started coming through the console in main engineering because, as they're wont to do, I believe everybody had a was everybody have everybody has a gold shirt on this mission, don't they?
I have a blue.
Yeah, you're not in that room though.
Oh yeah, in that room. No.
No, in that room.
Oh,
Not in that room. Nope.
all gold shirts in that room.
Yeah, that's all gold shirts. I think even Blug is in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doing something. So it's gonna be a high old time, I think, in this. And I've got two. You'll forgive me. I have what appears to be. Well, that's not helpful. Sorry about that. I had two choices of what window to delete, and I deleted the wrong one. So now you can look at roll IO. Hold on. I'm going to show you roll IO just to feel good. Look at all the dice. Everybody look at the dice.
Woo!
Look at all the dice. Oh, this is fucking trippy.
And so
Oh.
far, no critical fails. So that's a good thing.
Yep. No, it
Stop
did. What it
saying
did
it
though
like
was it.
that.
Yeah, nice to say that. What it did, of course, is though it latched on to my. I grabbed the wrong window, so now it's like got my email on it. All right. So we did have that. I think I tried to slide the resource over, picked the wrong one, and we're back to basics here. This is going to go over so freaking well when we have to actually do this for Expanse. All right. Well, let's do something. Blug is unfortunately not an engineering, right? Or no, Blug's your character though.
I swore he was an engineer last time.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's just there. But I was gonna throw him to Cameron.
All right, I can handle Plug.
Can you handle Blug? All right.
I think so. Did he ever get his HR complaint resolved yet, or no?
Not yet. Yeah,
Well, I
they're
think
backed up. What?
I think once they explained to him what the hokey pokey was and all that, he rescinded it.
He
Said,
did.
okay,
He dropped
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a cultural misunderstanding.
All right. So how come I can't?
I gotta get Plug's costume.
Oh God, yeah.
Do you just have a drawer in your desk that
All
has
right,
all
now
your...
I'm cosplaying Blood.
Yes, he does. Actually, it's very frightening. Let me see. Well, for some reason I thought I had an image for Blug, but I guess I don't. Because I actually got rid of all of those characters because I didn't need them. I didn't think I needed them anymore. So I
That was your first mistake.
That was my very first mistake. The first mistake was just waking up today. Okay, so let's grab well, I guess we're just gonna make a guy. Just gonna be some guy, Vorton is just gonna be a Mr. MacGuffin then. Because yeah, we're just gonna grab him here. All right, Vorton. Here we go. There's spiders coming through the walls. I think that somebody had a really cool looking spider that they shared with us. And I'll see if I can do this with a spoiler warning because it's actually kind of frightening. If I'm not mistaken.
That GPT did a good job with that one.
Yeah, if you want to share your yeah, here's actually it's kind of funny because it's like whoops. Yeah, it's actually better because it's like even let me see, open preview projector. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I was going to try and get you guys a shared screenshot for this, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, why is this killing me? I've got enable preview scaling. Open. There we go. Open preview projector, new screenshot. Okay, I'm going to finally get us to where we can actually share a screen and you can see what's happening. Because I'm really just not doing well today. You know, people go missing. There. All right, so you guys can now actually see us all.
Yeah.
That'll help. And it's actually pretty quick. Yep. So coming through that wall panel is definitely something that looks. There's some hairy legs. There are definitely. It is kind of like that. You can almost see right through them. There are glowing eyes, and it appears that there are glowing eyes behind the thing that's coming through. It is right now just sort of breaking the pane, kind of like you've got that poltergeist thing going, where you're just pushing against the mesh, and then as the mesh of reality kind of stretches so far, like it's starting to pop through, like these I'm gonna call them legs for right now. So it's doing it slow enough that you guys can react or do whatever. You know, we've sort of set the table. If you want to, we can roll for tactical initiative if you want to do that. And I think to do that, what you do is you decide what it is you are going to do to prepare for this encounter, and then you make a saving throw against that and generate momentum for your team. That's the tactical advantage thing. That way you go into the encounter with momentum.
Right.
Okay.
At least that's my plan. It's not rules as written, but by God, they're rules as I like them.
There you go.
Because I've given you enough trouble. It's time to get with it. All right. So what would you like to do? Let's go in kind of weird order. Let's let the Vlug. Why don't you pick what Vlug would do in this to kind of prepare for the encounter?
I'm going to scan for energy anomalies and see if the creature's got any kind of tech on him.
Okay. So you'll be okay. Got it. So you'll be doing a scan. Who wants to declare what they want to try and do to prep for this next? How's Talus doing?
I'm probably just pulling out the phaser, setting it to stun.
Okay.
Sounds like a security thing to do.
All right. So you'll have that, and then Lemuel, you are the closest to this thing. I'm not saying it's within spitting distance. It just depends on whether your mouth is dry now or not.
Lemuel is going to see if he's going to pull out his tricorder and he's going to see like what's going on behind. Like, is he detecting something beyond the wall or just the circuitry that's there normally?
Oh God, yeah. Like where is this thing coming from?
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. So, are you going to kind of? Are you also going to? You can do that and move. Or
yeah, I'm gonna take about 17 steps back.
Very clean, very quick
Mother,
steps.
may I? Yes.
You'll be backing out through the secondary door into deuterium storage on the way. Okay, so what I need is Blug, you're gonna have like a basically scanning things. You're an engineer, so that'll be about a 13.
Okay.
You can I don't think you can buy dice for this, but and we're gonna say you're doing it with a specialty, a focus at 3.
Okay. All right. 2 successes.
All right. That's 2 for the team. Now, Nellis, it looks like it's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be. Oh, what's the rapid response? It's not control. I hate to say this. This is acting in haste, so I would put it with daring and security, unless you have
Okay.
a different way of doing it.
No, that would probably make the most sense.
Okay.
Daring and security.
And dealing with freaky shit. If you have a freaky shit focus,
Save for marksmanship, modern, or perception. Nope.
I would go with perception because you're trying to. I got the impression that you're readying to take aim at this thing
Yeah,
and assessing where to put the beam.
I want to see if it turns Jim into John Hurt,
Yeah.
or not,
Okay. So go ahead and throw those to find out how much you get.
That is 1 success.
Okay. So the group's up to 6. Okay, Lemuel, let's throw some dice. If you've got anything that has to do with dimensionality or warp fields or weird shit, if you have a trivia score on weird shit, but I'm looking at like
done that.
probably I'm thinking engineering and either perception or reason. Depends on how you wanna what kind of a scan you're running.
I'm going to say insight because it's sort of like my
That's right. Yep.
gut instinct is to look through
Past it. Yeah. Sorry.
past it to what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. And I've got to get your character sheets up here, which I've never used in the first place. Okay. And yeah, so go ahead and throw that if you've got any focuses in that they're applicable. Go right ahead and use them.
And that is 2 successes.
Okay. So the group has a banked momentum of 8 at this point for you guys to spend. Keep in mind, some of the things you can do is because we take turns, you can pretty much everything's 2 points. One of the things you can do is say nuh-uh, and the spider does not get a turn. Because there's 4 of you. There's 3 of you, and it kind of alternates. So you can kind of deny it so you guys can move twice if you want. That's an option I would have in my head if you needed 2 players to act. Who on your side would want to act first? Because I think actually I should probably give you your tricorder result. Shouldn't I?
Yeah, why don't we go with tricorder results first before we start shooting?
Yeah.
Like,
Because I keep forgetting. It's like, oh no, your prep was to gain insight. I think that was Blug's plan too, right?
Blug was scanning for energy sources to see if they're just beings or if they have tech. Like, is there evidence that they're intelligent enough to have technology with them?
Okay.
Or I shouldn't say intelligent. They could be intelligent and just not use tech. But I mean,
Oh,
do
yes.
they have tech?
Are they tool users?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starfleet from an alternate universe.
Yeah, it all looks basically like squeegees. They've invented the squeegee, and that was as far as they needed to get. Or the rubber stop with the spatula. Okay, so let's take Blug's first. Your scan. Also, you guys can pull momentum down to ask follow-ups and throw that open to the group too, as we always do. All right. The fun thing is you're not detecting anything attached to the creature. You're not detecting any form of material or what would look like tech to you. I might need a little help from the gang on this. And there's no wrong answer. I just don't want to.
I guess I would say anything that looked like it was some sort of consistent power supply. Like, are there baryon waves or tachyon waves or phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range, all
Okay,
that
yeah.
kind of good stuff.
Oh, so things that will be registering as a consistent
As a consistent
non-natural.
non-natural.
All right.
Yeah.
So what you're only picking up the most coherent energy appears to be from the panel. But there is a lot of distortion around this thing.
Okay.
So you're not picking up anything that would be like like a power coil or
Right. So like
an
they're not
ODN system. Sorry?
they're not beaming in, for example. They're the phasing isn't apparently associated with some kind of like transporter pad or anything like that they're
Yeah,
using.
they don't appear to have that, nor do they appear to have anything. The limbs that are poked out ahead of it, you get the cleanest reading on. It does not appear to be anything in there that would be an artificial energy source,
Okay.
or the materials make no sense. So you have one of the things is, did metallurgical, you did all that stuff. You're not picking up anything that would be like a refined mineral, but you're also not picking up anything that makes any sense in terms of any form of matter you're regularly associated with.
Okay.
Okay, so
Do
this is stuff that doesn't even have like a weird quantum signature.
Do I have enough time left to get off a quick message?
Oh yeah, you can always talk.
Okay, I'm going to tap my communicator and say, Lieutenant Ragorthar, I know you're laid up, but I'm going to transfer you these tricorder readings to see if you can make anything out of it, since you're the science guy. So he's going to try and transfer all the readings he got from his tricorder up to Ragorthar.
I love
if he can just lay there on the bed, on the bio bed, and just hold his tricorder.
Hold on, I can't. I like the idea you have the other security guy holding the tricorder over your head.
Somebody hold that so I can see it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hold on. Yep, there. All right, no, a little over. Okay, go ahead. Yep. It's like, if it's like anybody with a bad back, it's definitely a problem. I think it was the Afrosian second spine that really threw.
That's what did
Bizarra. Yeah. So, do you take the message, by the way? Because you're laid up in sick bay. Yeah. I didn't have all hell breaking loose in there, did I?
No.
Damn it. Okay, that will happen soon.
No, it's just that she wasn't able to do much for me, so we're just.
Yeah, that was the cliffhanger where she was getting out the traction. Bed for you.
So Ragorthar will say, "Okay, oh Christ, can you hold that tricorder for me? I'll get back to you, but it's going to take a little while. I got to focus my eyes on a moving object. Hold it still."
Yeah, and comms are cut off. So I should spend threat to do that. Did you have any follow-up questions? Well, you don't really. You threw those over to
I threw those. Yeah, that was like my follow-up, was to get the science officer involved.
Oh, that's your follow-up action. He'll get a question from you then. Okay. So he can spend momentum on their behalf. Okay. Either way, moving on. Lemuel, you've got a scan. You were scanning for beyond it.
Yeah.
And there are like what I would call at the very least confused readings. You are picking up the baryon or baryon-like radiation, and it is around what you think of as the event horizon. It's wherever this thing is poking through into out from the wall, or where it's messed with reality. You're getting kind of that weird halo, because you've got the illustration's really nice, where it's kind of glowing around the limbs, where it's starting to phase in or come into this area or whatever. I don't want to use any words, because it's like I don't want to give away or make you guys make assumptions, right? If that makes sense. But where it's popping through, it's got these little halos, little electric arcs, because we have very nice 1990s effects. And around that, there is spikes in radiation, baryon radiation. So those are very intense. There are some, you definitely get that there are yeah, the tricorder's having a real problem dealing with the fact that it sees a solid wall and it also sees a space that isn't the solid wall. So you've got kind of a little pocket dimension thing going, if that makes sense.
That makes sense to me, and I
As much-
don't like it.
Do you have any follow? Yeah, I think you can spend a couple points of momentum. One point per question. You can burn down a couple if you want, and ask the group if you want. From a self-serving standpoint, I almost know what Alice wants to know. I
Yes.
have a perception that Alice wants to know something.
Yeah, this is a crazy thing that's happening. And first off, nobody get too close to that because it's the same radiation that killed those other dead guys.
Okay.
So don't touch it yet.
Yet,
Probably not
Yeah.
anybody's inclination. But also, like I was trying to detect if there was like another ship, like a spider ship on the other side, and like we're stuck together or something.
well,
That doesn't.
you like I said, I gave you a general thing, and if you want to ask those kind of do you want to ask that kind of a question of, oh, is there a structure back there?
Is
How
there
far back does it go? All that.
is there any other? Can I detect any other life forms back there?
You're
Is it
you're picking out other, whatever this thing is. You've definitely got now a signature for it. By the way, you have a scan for it. It doesn't tell you what the hell it is, but you know that you'll know it when you see it again.
yeah?
So and it looked like there are maybe 1 or 4 or 20 other ones,
All right,
but
somewhere
it's
between
1 in 100,
1 and 100 more.
maybe 200.
Oh,
Oh God.
there's always more spiders. You see
Yeah.
one, there's
Um,
15 watching you.
Well, it's part of it is because there's it barely understands, the tracker is barely figuring out the extra dimension, so there could be reflections or bending of your sensor scans. So you really don't, there's more than one, and definitely a handful. And plus, you also see like little eyes back there, backing you up.
Oh,
But you are having
awesome.
trouble. Yeah, you're having trouble locking specifically on. But there are more of them. Whatever it is, you're not encountering a bulkhead. It seems that they are in a zone. There might be a guy in a very shiny spacesuit with a hat box going like this,
Right,
and
yeah.
spinning
Oh
around.
dear.
But you're definitely not. You're not detecting something that would be like a ship or a structure. You've got something like there. One of them's poking through, generating lots of baryon radiation.
Oh god. All right. Does anybody else have a question?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, do they seem interested in any of us, or are they just putzing around with the ship?
Yeah.
That
In
would
as
be a
much as
tough one.
you can read the expression of a time spider on first
That's true.
acquaintance. Do they look surprised and or happy to see us?
Oh, do they even know? Are they reacting or moving toward you?
Yeah.
Kind of a
Are there
thing. Okay.
exactly? Yeah.
At the moment, no. It appears that things are thrusting through. You're standing right there, so it's not like you were right there. So if it's coming straight out, it was coming at you anyway.
Yeah.
Your backing away didn't seem to change its speed or approach. So
All
when you backed up, when the phaser went up, when tricorder waves hit it, it didn't seem to change. It's just attempting to kind of emerge.
All right.
but it does generate hell radiation. So it's good that you backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the thing before you got to act. Those were the kind of questions. So it's your turn to you guys' turn to act. Because I think that was all your prep. So what would you guys like to do? You decide who wants to go on your team, and then they can act, and then decide what to do next.
When you want to create an advantage for a scene,
Yes.
is that a momentum expenditure? Like,
Yep. Whoop. The cat just attacked.
What are you knocking down now? Oh, well, there went the Enterprise B. Oh, God damn it. All
Oh,
right.
damn it. That'll get fixed on Tuesday. Oh, Kirk was down there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry about that. I know how that is. I've had cats knock over. The egg is very fragile.
That's,
Yeah. So,
yeah, they already took out my Enterprise A. That's
no.
being held together with crazy glue.
Oh God, yeah. Let's see what she's got. They said she's made by monkeys. Oh, that's racist, Scotty. So yeah, what you've got is the shoot. Give me a sec to reboot my head since I'm mourning the bee. But yeah, what? Damn it, where were we? I'm
I was
really
gonna.
sorry.
I was.
You're going to create an advantage.
Attempt to create an advantage
so
for
it's
the scene.
yeah, essentially it's a momentum expenditure and a dice roll, and then what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
And it can aid you or hinder an enemy. Like I'm going to flood it with neutrinos, or I'm going to do baryon gas, or whatever it is.
Right.
But essentially, you spend the 2 points, and it applies a condition to the scene.
Okay. So what
And you can
Blood
increase.
wants to do is
Oh, sorry. Well, Steve
go
had
ahead.
an idea.
Oh no, I was going to say, and if you wanted to make it like a level 2, you spend another 2 momentum, and so on and so forth. So
yeah. I just want to do a level 1 advantage. What I'd like to do is have Ensign Blood try and link his tricorder directly up to Ragorthar, so that Ragorthar gets continuous telemetry fed to him without him having to do anything other than lay there and analyze.
Okay.
So kind of hang the tricorder on, I don't know if there's like, or just put it on a shelf or something, and then just patch it so that its telemetry, instead of just coming to my screen, is being linked to his tricorder.
Yeah, and I personally don't even call that an advantage or anything. That'll just be a straight old engineering roll.
Okay.
Because you're not doing anything that's gonna you're not doing anything that would in fact impact the help or hinder.
Okay.
If that makes sense, you wouldn't. No one's gonna get a +2. You're just giving the ability to do something. Yeah, and I'm gonna pretend there's space magnets that will let things stick to space hulls.
Okay.
So you can just slap the tricorder up. We're just going to declare that that's a thing.
Okay. Well, yeah. The iPhone.
It makes a lot of sense.
Smartphones do it now. So.
Yeah. All right. And if the ship were made out of iron, it would mean something.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can just do that. That's an engineering roll. That's your team's. Oh, wait. Just a second. Is that your team's move for this turn? Before the spider goes. That's the other bit, because this is like now we're in combat. So who wants to go first? And if it's who wants to go first? And
yeah, if somebody wants to do some shooting, do that first, and then I can do this one.
Well, hang on. If Cam just went, he can spend 2 momentum, so we keep the initiative, and then we can.
That's true.
Another.
Yeah, because I was going to spend the 2 on creating an advantage.
Yeah.
But since
well, if you want to do that, I'm just letting you know that it would be a a tactical turn, I guess.
Right.
So if you're okay with him, putting the tricorder up and prepping sensors, that would be fine by me. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's.
We have consensus. Okay, we don't have to sing like they do in Murderbot. But yeah, so go ahead. That's going to be like, I think it's like a 13. You're under some duress, but it's not a nightmare.
Ooh, I got a 1 and a 6, so 3 successes.
Okay, you get a spare point of momentum back. You can give back to the crew.
All right.
Puts us all back up to 8, which we shouldn't have, but I don't care anymore about the rules. They're for other people.
There you go.
Okay. Did you guys want to spend 2 to retain initiative at this point?
Yeah, because I would like to try to set up a field around it, a containment field,
Okay,
at
now
the very
that's
least to keep the radiation in. But if it also keeps the spider in,
yeah,
that
There
would
that's
you
be
go.
pretty cool.
yeah, that's definitely a man. It's creating advantage, but usually you just shout level 10 force field, and it's like
And
you're
it
done.
and it happens. Yeah.
See, the problem is this is a reliant, so yeah, you're definitely going to have to earn your keep here.
Yeah.
And the engines aren't running, so I don't know if the
Yeah,
batteries, the
yeah.
batteries might
Oh
drain really
yeah.
That's
fast.
why I
'Cause we
call.
never got the
But dude, that's why you've got the momentum spend. Now do
Yeah.
some Star Trek shit. It's like Steve Shive says. And then I did some Star Trek shit, and it worked. You have an engineering room at your disposal. You have a
Yeah.
tricorder. You have a phaser. You have more than one phaser in the room.
Do
Sorry.
a Scotty thing. Take your phaser and make that the power source for the force field.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was
that
thinking.
was okay. Yeah, sorry about. I didn't mean to step on you guys' ace lead there.
No.
No.
I took the 2 to retain. Taking 2 more, so you're down to 4 momentum. And yeah, so go ahead. I'm gonna say this must be a daring roll.
Alright.
Must be daring based. I'm going with engineering, but if you can come up with other things, I think engineering is probably your bag.
Engineering is.
And if
is what I
you've got
do.
emergency repairs, if you've got oh shit, if you need a lanthanite to run in and say they're here, we're all going to be killed. Best fucking scene ever.
That was amazing.
I like her. I like her a lot. I like her yelling at Scotty. He's not our Scotty yet.
All right.
Anyway, yes. So yeah, roll some dice. It's only gonna be a cost of 2.
All right. So that is a. Oh wait, where did it go?
I really still am kicking myself over not having the VPN shut down.
So that is 1 success I got with that.
Okay. Well, you can't have everything. It did cost you a lot to like set this up. So I'm gonna go with you're gonna have a partial success, whatever the hell that really means. And I'm not gonna just beat on you with my 8 momentum or 8 threat. I'm just gonna leave it up there. You do get a very shaky force field. And what will happen is we're just gonna do a few evens and odds rolls to see if it's effective. And it may be effective over an odd. Did you use a phaser to power this?
Yes.
Okay, so you slapped a phaser into some kind of a control module nearby. Your phaser is out of your control at this point. Okay,
Yeah.
and now I'm gonna do Mr. Spider. Okay, so as you guys you put up a force field, it makes that little thing. How far away is it from the thing? Did you just smash it right up against it to chop them off, or what'd you do?
I would say it's probably like a meter.
From the wall, kind
of space around him. Yeah.
Okay.
For them, the spider.
The spider. Yeah, we don't want to start assigning gender roles to it this early. So the spider starts, pressing out. Whoever's got their tricorder, you do notice when the force field goes up, the radiation leakage goes down that you can detect. So it is at least blocking most of the baryon radiation. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
So you're all going to need to take some pills later. And it does start coming out. And, it can get a ways before it hits the meter. So right now the head sort of just pops out. And it definitely, I like the version you've got. It's got some slavering mandibles. They don't have saliva on them because I can't think of a reason why it would need saliva at this point. But there's definitely some mandibles. There's like many eyes. They are shiny black like doll's eyes, of course, because it's the Indianapolis.
Oh dear.
and it looks like it's able to physically touch the console, and then a leg goes onto the floor, and it starts being able to like kind of let itself down out from the middle of the console and down to the thing. It's about the size of, I'm going to go with a human torso.
That's pleasant. That's
It's
a
a very pleasant look. It's got a bunch of eyes on the back of its on the back, on the top. And it looks like it does just have like, a cephalothorax, so it's got its head and body is fused. It doesn't really have a big giant butt or anything. So it's very kind of creepy looking, to say the least. It has 7 legs that you can make out, because why not? Because it's weird and it's alien. And it is touching down on the ground and taking tentative, kind of steps on things. And yeah, so and then what it does start to do is oh man, how's it going to do that? Yeah. Sorry, you did something I didn't expect, which is congrats. Yeah, it hasn't reached the force field yet. But you can definitely see it's half in and half out. Its ass is starting to come out from the thing, and it's still got that glowing ring around it of radiation, you presume. And it does start to brush up against the force field. And what I need is somebody to decide on evens or odds.
Odds.
Odds? Okay. Computer says evens.
Oh dear.
great.
Oh, well, at least it wasn't my 20. That would have been really bad. So it does contact the force field, and I'm going to say that the leg, that, because it doesn't even behave like it's there. It's just continually feeling out there, and it just smacks into the force field. The force field lights up in a pretty brilliant blaze around where the thing touched it, and it looks like it did something to the leg, like I don't know, burned it off, melted it off, shattered. Something happened, and there's less of the leg than there was, and so the whole thing just shambles backward, like in a retreat, a rapid retreat. But it's also like it's not sure-footed in wherever it came from is not like this, so it's having trouble moving around. So that was its round. Talus is up, I believe. You're the last one to act.
Okay. And how many of them have come out, or is it just the one?
You just the one. You do see eyes, back there. Hard to judge distance. Were you interested in like ETA kind of thing? Judging by eye size versus eye size kind of thing.
Well, no, I'm just trying to guess how many are headed this way, and I was debating shooting one, but that would require us to lower the force field, which would defeat the purpose.
But it does look like there's at least 2 sets of eyes that are reasonably visible. If that helps you.
Okay.
They're about 2 body lengths back. They're about, like, say, anywhere between 2 and 8 meters away from you. Considering these creatures are about 1 to 2 meters long with legs.
I am just wondering if they're animals or if this could be a first contact situation.
Well, we just burnt its leg off, so.
Well, technically, it burnt its leg off. But
yeah,
true.
I believe. Well, actually, you didn't post a warning sign. I'm just waiting for there was no warning tape. There was nothing clearly in lingua code
This is
indicating
true.
a hazard. So I don't know. Faults on all sides, I guess. Plus they may have killed the crew. So I it does look like it's retreating. But it's in well, anything that's just gotten injured is going to fall back.
Okay. I'm going to advise that we get out of here until we have a better handle on the situation.
I'm not super pumped about just leaving this doorway open to wherever it goes.
This is true. And the force field is bound to fail eventually. Right, so he's got his tricorder going to Rothagor's.
That is sort of a security cam in the room if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean,
out.
because we've got the equivalent of a security cam in the room, and it'll, and you know, we can now close the doors because I think we were able to get them open, and I'm sure you've got some WD-40 to ease the problem.
Ragathor gave his back so that we may
So that you
close
can
and
go
open the
through.
doors at will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the WD-40 idea though. I keep that gets you a point back. That's a point for the Galaxy Quest reference. Thank you.
There you go.
Sweet.
That's my boys down here.
Group hug.
Group hug. It's you're all good. Oh, you got it. But yeah, you guys can. I mean, nothing's impeding your way. The door can kind of, it is loose now. I guess the door is movable again. So you could probably close it and open it. I don't think we left it in any worse state. I think Ragathor got the worst of that exchange.
I'm advising we clear out of here. We can probably do some stuff from auxiliary control. And is this main engineering, like warp engineering, or is because on the older ships they had impulse engineering and they had warp engineering.
Yep.
So
this is very distinctly the warp engineering section.
Okay.
Which is connected to the pylons.
Right.
And the nacelle.
And that we wanted to know about the starboard nacelle or something?
Yeah, as far as we're concerned, it's the starboard nacelle tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to go with it. I'm not going to look it up.
Sure, whatever. I mean, we can probably do the same kind of work we need to from the impulse control room.
Yes.
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
All right, so
probably,
let's just get the hell out of here, and
The only thing we can't do is get the warp core itself booted. I was thinking if we got more power, we could put a force field around the entire ship, a similar force field, prevent them from phasing in at all.
Higby, do you think you have the time to get the warp drive restarted, the warp core up?
The time is not the thing. They've stripped everything useful out of this engine. There's no dilithium crystals. There's no antimatter. There's no never say that one. The heavy hydrogen, whatever it is.
Deuterium, yeah.
Deuterium, yeah. They've taken everything to go on to a different ship that they were planning on using.
I guess they're not here to eat the dilithium then.
Right.
Or the deuterium.
Or drink the deuterium.
We do have a whole
deuterium.
shuttle.
All right. Well, I'm good with getting out of here.
Yeah. Again,
that makes sense to me. Yeah.
We'll make ourselves. We'll get to the higher decks. We'll check out auxiliary control and sickbay.
Okay. So I am going to add a weird piece of trivia for engineering. Is that even powered down, even after a warp core gets kind of, it doesn't get magnetized, but it does pick up a resonance. Because it's had energy flowing through it for 20 years, so it's going to have kind of a weird. It isn't like necessarily magnetized, but you know what I mean, where they have to
Right.
sweep the ship and kind of whatever the fuck baryons do, right? They have to kind of clean that, and there is a good chance they didn't demag this. They didn't clean out the core yet,
Mm.
because you don't need to. But just as a thing to know that there's no power there, but it does have some weird characteristics you might leverage later.
Okay.
Because you guys did a good job on already making all the you got all the science down. You got all the space, the pretend science you guys have nailed. So I was going to add extra pretend science onto it. Yeah, so you guys are going to retreat back. I'm assuming you're going to kind of close the door back up and
Yep.
and do a little locky lock on it. That little, whatever that little clunk is that you put on Daniel's quarters. It's just right here in the hall. So yeah, you've closed it. Ragathor can monitor this thing. Hey, how long do you think that phaser is going to last? Powering this force field.
900 years.
Okay, it might not work that well. I'm gonna ask each of you roll a d20 and give me the number.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
2.
Nice.
9.
Okay. Well, statistically it's 9. You got anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes that this will hold. And that's just because the force field is like really doing God's work here. When you put it up, you did not know what to expect, so you just said, "I'm stop everything," and I believe that was your intent, right? Was just I
Yes.
don't know what's coming through. It was like the level 10 force field with acid. I think if you added space acid to it as well. So you have about 10 to 15 minutes of time on that,
All
which
right.
is cool. That console, all around the front of that console is completely spider proof now.
I
They
don't
won't
like
come
how you
through
said
anywhere
front.
else. I'm just absolutely sure they won't come through anywhere else.
Right.
Uh, yep. And also as you did notice that weird webbing, when I was talking about the halos around the spiders around its ass end,
Yeah.
that did definitely look like the deformations in the metal you saw.
All right.
So that's
Okay.
for reminiscent of that. I don't know if that's a clue or not, but I'm going to pretend it is. All right.
Yep.
So where do you want to head?
Yeah.
Engineering or Oxcon or Impulse engine, the Impulse deck or
Why
Med Bay?
don't we go to sick bay just to stick our heads in,
Okay.
and then we'll figure out a plan of attack.
Okay. Well, yep. Sick Bay is about a minute or two away. To be honest, it's pretty damn close.
Okay.
Yeah. So Med Bay is up there, and what you've got is what I've got to do is grab Med Bay. Oh, there's the officers' quarters. Do you want the officers' quarters? They're very pretty. Oh, there's a lab. Just trying to remember. God damn it. Why can I never find Med Bay when I need it? There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, so Lemuel and Nelson Plug. Just gotta bring all y'all. Oops. All right. Bring all y'all here. Copy. Get you down into Med Bay. You do have to go up, I believe, up the long ladder, and you're going to sing for Jaka like the med team did,
Right.
if I recall. They all sang
Yes.
for Jaka. Go grab you two. Bring you back. Ragathor is going to be like right here on the bed. Lieutenant Azara is looking at, if I recall, she was looking at the medical officer's CMO's records,
Yeah.
Yes.
which was kind of cool. And I think, did I hand you guys, how much did I hand you in terms of the records she had?
Nothing yet, I don't think.
I don't
Okay.
remember anything.
Okay, just checking. She can come back with stuff if you want her to, because you were coming down to engineering to access the records there, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
And that was a bust. But you might be able to get to them from Impulse Deck. But she's trying to unlock the medical officer's records, and those are kind of under weirdo seals because, of course, they are
HIPAA seals.
Space HIPAA.
space HIPAA. Let me see. Which never seems to bother anybody. They seem to blab stuff around all the time.
Really do.
They really do. Well, they just feed it all into Chat GPT, and it just pops out wherever. Let me see. Starfleet Medical Officer. Yeah. All right. There's the Indianapolis Michons. Oh my God, I can't even spell anymore. Yeah, because I think I gave you guys their 6. They had like 6 missions still in the logs. Correct?
Right. It was.
Yes. Hunger in the Hull. And there's that one. Yes, there's the key crew to the Indianapolis. Sorry about that. And Hunger in the Hull. Okay, yes. So, yeah, she can do some information about what you want to know, but it looks like right now you've got yeah. What are you seeing, Ragathor, on your? How good is the scan that you're watching? You watched everybody retreat.
I don't know how good it is. I guess I'll have to.
Why don't you describe what you think you can see, and I'll just mess with you.
Okay. Well, he's right now. He's trying to see if he can pull any biological information from that scan. Like I know that wartime scanned for energy signatures, but since that tricorder is still operating, Ragathor's gonna see if I can get some biological stuff on these things. Like what's their biochemical makeup?
You're gonna have a rough time because they are behind a force field now.
Yeah.
Before the force field went up, you can try and pull that data.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if he got anything when he ran his scan that was.
Okay, you're gonna have to. Have you got computer programming or anything in your background like that? This will involve you dicking around with the tricorder.
My focuses are xenoanthropology, comparative anatomy.
Oh, spider. Moving on.
Yeah, nothing. Well, I do have computer expertise as one of my talents.
Okay, I would do that because it's when you have to mess with some equipment to make it not work the way it's expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's an engineering tricorder, and I'm trying to use it as a science tricorder.
Yeah, and also you have to kind of reprogram it and do a couple other things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and throw your bones against. I guess it's either science or engineering, and probably reason.
I'm gonna go reason and science.
Okay.
Because that gives me a 16.
Oh God, yeah, it's this or a critical failure. There's no other way, really.
Right. All right. 2 successes.
Okay. Yep, you do reprogram it. You're picking up the tricorder. It is not something the tricorder can really deal with. You are dealing with what would be called strange energies. I'm just gonna go with that one.
Okay.
So
it's definitely not from
it ain't from around here. Yeah.
It's not from our, at least not the universe that we've explored as Federation types.
Yes, it is. It is not well. And Livia, are you looking over his shoulder at what he's scanning, or do you want to compare notes on what he's scanning with what you scanned?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Do you have anything about warp fields, or what were some of your specialties?
I have got a focus in ship propulsion systems.
Okay. So you know what makes us go, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So I just wanted to double check. Technical expertise. Mean right hook. Oh, why don't you just smack somebody?
Because I don't want to hit a spider. They could
There's
hit back.
sensory. Oh, there's also sensory calibration. Um, yeah, the propulsion system actually gives you an idea. Regathor, you're picking up stuff that doesn't make any sense in terms of materials.
Okay.
Um, if you want, Lemuel, if you want to look at that and run an eye over it, um, you're welcome to it.
Yes, definitely.
Since that's a big hint I just dropped on you, and we're just going to do exposition now. I just need you to. It's probably going to be like an insight and probably insight and engineering, to be honest.
All right. Uh, 2 successes.
Okay. Your first one, you'll get an extra. Use one of your points for a question. One success is all you needed, and what you pull up, it for all the world that thing looks like. Um, if anything else, it looks like subspace radio. It doesn't make any sense, but the matter doesn't have a quantum oscillation, but it has a subspace oscillation, the subspace signature. Does that make sense?
So this is not a time spider, it's a subspace spider.
Interesting.
Quite possible.
Quite possibly. Yeah, so this is subspace matter in leaving subspace, obviously. Well, we know all about subspace as Starfleet people.
You know about the subspace that you've encountered. I'm going to be a dick about that.
All right, so this is some different subspace.
Some extra subspace.
Suberspace.
Yeah.
Space to sub.
Space to sub. Let me see if I've got. What have I got for now?
Subpar space.
Ouch. That's actually even better. Boy, you're picking up points for just well played comments, is what I'm hearing.
Hey, I'll take what I'm good at.
Yeah. Tell us. I'm gonna say something like, "I'm the line in the sand." Oh, that would be good.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go with you because you're Starfleet secure, or well, no, you're not Section 31, but you get around.
Right.
What's your security rating?
4.
Oh yeah, that's enough to know the deeper secrets of shit.
Uh-oh.
You know, funny thing about subspace is there's always more of it. So like the people that the ships communicate through, they blast the signal through subspace. But people who listen to subspace can intercept that where they happen to broadcast from. But there are some they're not resonances, but they're essentially like levels of subspace.
Okay.
If you want to go there. So basically, intelligence services will use a subspace. They'll use subpar space.
There you go.
And if you want to make a roll, you could guess. You could have a better guess at what's going on with this thing.
Okay. And could I use information analysis as a focus?
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Excellent. All right. So security and let me see here. Well,
I like the idea of reason, control, like you're just thinking really hard about it.
it could be control or inside, sure.
Whichever one you think would be more interesting to come up with, the intuitive leap or the putting things together.
Insight, remembering what I've read about it.
Yep.
Let's see. A 20 and no other successes.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I didn't have to come up with any failures on my own. No, this is the thing, because anything I tell you is automatically going to be a problem. Did you handle the tricorder at all?
Why are you reciting operation manual for a Cuisinart ice cream maker? Because I'm stupid today.
Yeah, today you got to be stupid.
Because I want some ice cream, damn it.
My day with
Well-
the stupid head.
Well, I'm gonna go with well, we either break something or you just simply deny something, which I don't like either one. I'm just gonna grab two threat off of it rather
Okay.
than fuck with you.
I'm okay with that.
I'll save with that because, like I said, once you fail a roll, it's like anything I tell you is like, okay, well, we know that's a mistake. Yeah. So you just don't recognize it. You thought you had an idea
Yeah.
of it, and it was too stupid to even bring up.
Why
You
is
can
there
even say it's such a dumb idea. I can't believe I thought of it, and let the rest of the players run with it.
why is there smoke pouring out of the security officer's ears? He's trying to think again, dear. Just
Yes,
about it.
Moving on.
He'll be okay in a minute.
he's doing his best.
Somebody reboot him. He's not an android. Reboot him. We don't care.
No, I like
Give him
the
that
idea.
stiff right hook, Lemuel.
Yeah, it's like you just pull yourself together and smack. Yeah, I've got.
Well, actually, wait. Isn't Azara Betazoid? So she would probably pick up on the busy signal. Would you stop that? I gotta focus.
She's
Sorry.
meh,
Busy
meh,
signal.
meh.
Yeah, I know.
God damn it.
let
Sorry
me-
about that.
Oh,
Read
that's
for
okay.
it.
That's okay. I'm gonna see if I can bring up Bajor Rising. There's the episode titles. There's the mission overview. Yeah, tricorder log and a quick autopsy. Yeah. So what you've actually, when you guys bring up the, did anybody like say out loud subspace, or because I talked about some theories, and you guys might want to do a thing called role play about that, if there's any interest to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Lemuel is looking over Agathor's shoulder, and he's. I'm not a biologist or anything like that, but that looks like a subspace signature.
It does.
A very strange subspace signature.
Yeah, it sounds vaguely like bongos when I modulated over
fucking
the
A.
various sinusoidal waves.
Yeah,
And-
can you play it
I
back?
wonder if
And it's
they're-
like a
I wonder if they're
mambo.
trying to communicate with us. There, we got our bongos in for whoever gave us that
Oh, there you
redeem.
go.
Yeah, I think we took
Good
care
thing
of the
I took that
glitch.
slam poetry elective at Starfleet Academy.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, so what we it does sound like bongos. And that's like no other subspace wave you've ever heard of.
No,
It's like clearly not. It's there's some kind of a rhythm to it. What
So
would
it could be their heartbeats. It could be a communication. Like maybe they're saying something over and over to try
Oh,
and
dear
communicate. I
God.
don't know.
Maybe we should try and run it through the universe translator.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
If only a communication officer was a job now. If only that were still a job.
Well, we still have those
That's right.
textbooks like Uhura used, right?
Yeah. Thinking, just whoever picks up the phone first, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you can try and pull it through the UT, which it comes back kind of with nothing. I'll just give you that. But it does sound like you might be on the right track of it. Um, we've got new information about subspace bongos, and that I think that's going to give Nellis another role to redeem himself, with the subspace, with the idea of subspace relays and subspace. If you're willing to put yourself in another critical failure.
Sure, I'll take that chance.
Okay.
So, I guess insight and security again. You've got to be fucking kidding me! Give yourself 2 more threat.
Oh God.
Yeah, and nothing else. Wow, the dice hate me today.
Wow, that's impressive. I love that you're just really racking your brain, and you might have to be medicated at this point.
It's just too.
Azara pulls out a baseball bat out of the med kit. Where'd you get that? Ow!
Yeah, she's gonna have to stab you in the neck.
God
well, she's.
damn it!
So you guys are all still talking about subspace, subspace stuff. She's fucking around with the logs right now, and she says, "Wait a minute," and then she pulls up a log. Let me see. Oh, this is ridiculous. I love that I used GPT to generate some of the color text, and it decided you guys were on the Indianapolis during this mission. So that's even funnier. She pulls up a thing because she said, wait, there's some, there was somebody who was injured a few missions ago. And she pulls it up, and it was one of Ensign Cletus, essentially, who got injured, and what they had been doing was mapping anomalies, and apparently the whole ship slid into something. This was on stardate 46075.3. And they picked up some something, but they also had been mapping a set of energy anomalies, and the ship had accidentally kind of fell into a some kind of an interface, and they just sort of thought it was like Captain Kirk shit. So they did some Star Trek stuff. The ship was going to get destroyed. They got themselves out of it, but they definitely blitzed into subspace. At least that's what tripped her. Which said, wait, this was 3 missions before the present.
Okay.
Before the ship was destroyed in Operation Deadlight Echo. That was where there was a temporal problem.
I wonder if they took it as an incursion, if we appeared to attack them.
Well, wait a minute. Aren't we getting weird readings from the starboard nacelle? Is it possible? I mean, there's spiders. Don't spiders have, maybe I'm thinking the wrong insects, but don't spiders have queens or something? Is it possible that a couple of them got caught in the warp engine? And this is just a retrieval party?
It could be. Or we could be guilty of kidnapping. Or not us, but the USS Indianapolis.
Indianapolis took out a Time Spider daycare, and they're
yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, you guys are coming up with great ideas. I'm going to write that down. That's Time Spider Day. We're not the only ones that bring our children on the ship.
Yeah. That's what they get for building their first Galaxy class.
They were just there and just scooped up. Yeah, so but definitely, she points that out, and then there were a series of now that she kind of broke the logs open. And there were, the engineer. Well, she's been dealing with like crew complaining of confusion, a couple of things like that after they dipped into subspace, and she said that's just the way people are. I mean, that was her attitude. That was the CMO's attitude. She was in the Pulaski. Yeah, it was a Vulcan Betazoid hybrid.
Yeesh.
She was really messed up. It was half empathizing, half they're so stupid. Took her own path. Dr. Cyril Teneva took her own path in this. You do recognize the chief engineer's log. It's Lieutenant Commander Rel Rin, who is a Bolian. And I don't know, you can just make some offhanded racist stuff from the 90s. Some Star Trek racism about Bolians and engineering or something if you want.
Yeah. Ooh, if I want a cheesecake, I'll talk to a Bolian. Keep them away from my engine.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust one of them. Yeah, so
They're
basically
fantastic barbers, lousy engineers. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently that's how it is. That we had DEI, Starfleet DEI gave him this command. He transferred over from hospitality.
Go back to running 10 forward, you blue twerp.
You really weirdly symmetrical creature, you. So yeah, but that's the medical officer's log. She was kind of dealing with some people who had, who had some, disorientation. That's just the way it happens when you dip into subspace. Weird is just part of the job. And she just told them, because this was an older ship from that era, so her medical advice was very much the same, which is just, they just need to go get a drink and,
Yeah, just you
and
got
rub one
ghosts
out.
in your blood. Do some
Yeah, you
cocaine.
got go do some Saurian brandy with it.
Take these pills and wash it down with some Romulan ale.
There you go.
Only because I want to see what the hell happens. Oh God, no.
Yeah, I like the idea of, will that cure me? I don't know, but I want to see what. Yeah, but I'm gonna write a paper.
Yeah.
Dr. Ta'ana.
Yeah, he is my favorite. So yeah, we've got. But that's what the medical officers' logs show about this, is that they just had this thing going on. We can try and bring Ragathor back from the dead if you wanted.
I mean, that would be nice of us.
It would be. Who wants to roll? Hey, Steve, how about you roll for the medical officer?
I'm sorry, you're paralyzed from the eyebrows down.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, yeah, your eyebrows. That's actually like, oh my God, the eyebrows in an erosion, Jim. Any one of us could live with the singeing, but it's fatal in their race.
They take great pride in their hair.
Oh God, I think that's funny.
They actually have nerve endings in it, which is why they don't trim their mustaches.
Yeah, I like the idea of it's
Alrighty.
whiskers.
Whatever it
What
is,
do we
I
do?
got 2 successes.
Okay, it was obviously well below a 5, right?
One was a 3, one was a 7. So
Okay, yeah, that's 3 successes at least.
okay, 3 successes.
Yeah. So Ragathor, she finally found she finally remembered the lesson from the academy. It's the 5th. It was the 5th nerve of the dorsal cluster, not the 3rd one. And so she went, okay, and she just basically rammed an elbow into your vertebrae. Yeah, she just basically knocked it back in, and you're good.
Did a Kirk elbow.
Right.
Oh, I like that.
So now I can ditch the Tellarite nose because I'll start playing Ragathor again. Gotta change my cosplay.
All right.
Oh, that did the trick, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Yes. Well, good. Anytime. I'll just be back here doing the thing.
Did those logs indicate if any of those people had bongo tinnitus after the incursion into the subspace?
Funny that you should mention that. I'm going to pretend that they did, because there were lists of neural anomalies coming in. So yeah, drumming in the deep.
Drums.
So all you
drums
do,
in the deep.
all you hear is, if that made sense. I don't know if you could hear it.
It
Time
does for
Warp
it
Heartbeat.
does for Doctor Who fans.
It does for Doctor Who fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got some weird bongos. Yeah, they likened it to that odd percussive sound that made you want to samba.
Hmm.
And I'm going to not use Otto's irresistible dance on people, but
Yeah.
yeah, Lieutenant Commander Hell Wren, the chief engineer, did have some instability going on. He was, after the mission, he was released to his quarters for observation while he was trying to get his way through, work his way through it. That was after the incursion. And then after, she notes in her medical log that when their final mission was one where there was a some temporal shenanigans, and he did suffer significant collapse at that point. He had instability from transient timeline exposure as well as plasma scalding,
Yikes.
and he was put in medical stasis for about 11 hours. The ship did, I mean, this was the thing that did the ship in. This is why the ship became so critically damaged, was during the temporal incursion. And it's all like sealed. So, all you're getting in it has a sealed under temporal affairs directive. But yeah, so he was affected both by the subspace thing and by the temporal stuff. But they were about 2 months apart because shit happens every week on these ships.
Right. It's not one thing; it's another.
Yep.
Literally that. Alligators in the sewers.
Well, so I wonder if we try to broadcast on subspace the identical pattern, if we can let them know we're intelligent too, or try and communicate them with them somehow.
Okay.
Well, I get the feeling if we transmitted back to them, it might be gibberish or something like that.
Well,
mean,
if we
don't know
copy
exactly what they're transmitting out.
Right. No, we wouldn't know what we're transmitting, but if we just aped the same thing, maybe at least that would tell them that we perceive their bongos.
I love that you guys are arguing with the xenoanthropologist on this. I think it's funny. Well, you're wrong.
But he's not a xenolinguist.
It could be.
That is true. Well,
I mean,
wait, let me check my character sheet. I did have linguistics down as one of my focuses.
So do I.
But it could, oh God, I love the idea that you both can have the same, you can have radically different opinions about what the message might mean.
Right.
It could be war drums.
Or
it could be. And if we send it back, it could cause a fight.
Or perhaps we can work with linguistics from both ends to try and reprogram the UT.
Or we could play it backwards, and it could be a backwards masking message telling them they're all going to die or something.
Paul is dead. Yeah.
There you go.
Paul is dead. Your queen is dead. Your queen is dead.
Oh God! Long live the queen. Okay, that's another point of momentum. Just because that's good. No, all I can say is like Ozzy Osbourne. They wind up talking like Ozzy Osbourne at this point. There was as an aside, there was a comment about backwards masking, and they said if that really worked, Ozzy Osbourne would be the fucking Queen of England right now. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
But anyway, does someone think of the children? Which might be the theme for this episode. So, well, you do have the bongos. You have the audio, whatever. And also, hey, how many minutes do you think has passed since you guys were all diddling around here?
Oh gosh.
I'd
say 5.
I'm gonna say 6.
Okay. I'm really asking you guys. Oh, how much time do you think you ran out of time? No, we did not run out of time. Nope,
Definitely
absolutely not.
Well, I mean, it could be a dice roll because you did say between 5 and 10.
Nah, I think it was.
Or was it 10 and 15?
It was 10
and 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 10 and 15, but I'm notoriously.
I guess it all depends on how long it took Azara to crack the logs.
Well, she was doing it while you guys were blabbing.
Right.
She had been working on it because she'd already done enough damage to Ragathor. She just said, "You just lay there for a while," and she put some healing crystals on you, and then just walked over to the logs.
Okay.
She was actually running her own agenda, really. And yeah, what I will tell is, yeah, so you guys can, probably, cobble together something that resonates through subspace. I don't know how you're going to generate a subspace signal. That's a problem. Formulating a message, that's another problem. Where do you aim it? These are the questions I would suggest would be the
Right.
challenges. I'm not saying there are a bunch of dial rolls. It's just more that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
We have a shuttle. We have 2 shuttles, actually.
You do. You have 2
Um,
shuttles and an ion storm.
Can we just take 2 seconds and just check the engine room cam?
Yeah, let's do
The engine
that.
room camera,
Okay.
just to see what they're doing. If there are
Oh,
more,
yeah.
less of them. If they took down the force field, if they're laughing and giving the middle finger to the tricorder.
I love the idea. Oh, I love the idea that they find the tricorder and it's like a trail cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they come through because, that which holds the picture of a spider becomes a spider.
Uh-oh.
Fucking no. I will not know.
It's
That's
just
kidding.
like it's
That's
like the ring. It'll be
that's
like
the-
the
No,
ring.
that's
and
the
they
Weeping
like-
Angels.
It'll be the that both of those I just will declare no. You can trust that I'm not going to pull that crap on you. No holodeck, no Section 31, and definitely no. Oh, it's magic. So, you look around. I love the idea that it's like, wait, I thought you were watching. I
2
mean,
meters. That's in the damn room.
yeah. So,
I was
Yeah.
I was just looking up bongos on the tricorder to see if there was anything I could communicate with, so I wasn't watching the feed.
yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be like recorded, but we'll hope that he set it up right. Vlug knew what he was doing.
Of course he
you're,
did.
You're seeing like other. Yeah, they've actually. There's a couple of them now, kind of in that zone, in that space where you've created it. They kind of know what nobody else is missing limbs, so that's a plus. Doesn't look like it's shattered anything. I'm going to also assume that I'm going to make a presumption that you have the ability to kind of look at the power levels of the phaser, just because it's too ridiculous that you wouldn't have some way of monitoring that.
Right.
Right.
And you do estimate you've got about 6 minutes of power left at current consumption. So it does look like they're testing the field a little bit, but less aggressively than when one of them just blew into it. Man, I've really got to. Yeah, them not using tools is a real problem with this system. What do? They throw their friend at it and see if. I mean, it's like they don't have a stick. I'm just going to say this right now. They don't have a stick to just poke at it with.
What would be seriously scary is if one of them were actually typing things into the console to try and disable the phaser.
No, nobody's doing that.
No.
No,
No.
I think that would be funnier. How about now? No, try it again. No, they hey, why don't we just step over to the left and pop through there? Shut up.
Stop throwing Dave into the force field. This is not working.
I like they just electrocuting their neighbors. No, but they don't. I mean, they seem to be like cooperating or working together. They're not, they're not attacking each other or anything like that. They're all working with what appears to be a purpose of testing things. There's nothing you can really detect as a language, either audibly or what you can detect through the field about any interplay between them. So yeah, you do have this. A couple of the creatures are kind of poking at the field, trying to get in. So it seems like they want to be in wherever this room is, and it's also like weird that they haven't just gone around it.
What
Yeah.
is Azara is Betazoid, correct?
As far as I remember, yes.
Yes.
Would she have the range psionically to just see if they're, if she's picking up something on that channel?
She is so gonna live in the void again. Every time we've asked her to use her telepathic powers, she has blown the roll. So, yeah, let's do it. Why don't you reach out and talk to these creatures that we don't know what it is? But she can just detect like a presence or something, definitely. So, let's go with evens or odds. So somebody just pick a thing, and I will roll a die.
Evens.
Okay. All right. Well, she does. I mean, she senses something. It's like slidey. You know, she says it's kind of like an oil slick, if that makes any sense. There's
Okay.
not a consciousness there. There's not a murmur, uh, but it's something that is. It's more of a sensory thing than it is something that's processing in her linguistics area. It's more of a tactile thing. So she's actually having a kinesthesia. Is that what it is? Right? Where you have phantom, imaginary sensations.
Phantom limbs and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she's sensing. She's feeling like there's oil. That's the impression she gets from these creatures. It's just not like anything she's ever dealt with before.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she senses there's something there. What it means or what it is, she doesn't know. Maybe with more time and closer proximity, she might be able to say, okay, maybe the oil is viscous, or maybe it's like sliding in a direction, like a fluid. If that makes sense. She
Right.
she thinks she thinks she could get more information, but it'll take a little time and concentration to do it. But definitely, you've got a bug detector in her.
Is she in range of doing the same thing with the starboard nacelle? Like, where's sick? Is the sick bay kind of
It's
closer to engineering, or
it's core, and engineering is kind of core as well because it's midway between the pylons.
right?
Um, so it's a little more forward under the bridge essentially. So an impulse deck is back the fucking other way. Um, yeah. So uh, she's not going to be near the pylon.
Okay.
The engineering's like 2 decks away, and the pylon is like a number more decks away. I mean, she can try and push it and see, but the only reason she's spotting these things is because they're in our current space.
Right.
But yeah, she could try and figure out whether or not there was something emerging over in the nacelle. Is that what you're?
Yeah, I just wondered if she detected sort of a similar oiliness over there,
Okay.
or if she detects like tentacle hentai instead or something.
Ew.
Oh God.
Eesh.
Well, let's just not put that up. That's the reason that reason ChatGPT's image. That's why Midjourney has guardrails.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for we're going to do 2 evens and odds rolls, and so somebody call evens and odds of the first roll.
It's
Okay, and then evens and odds for the second roll.
Even.
Not your night, Steve.
Nope.
Nope. She's kind of pushed her. She pushes, and she really it's simply too far. It's a little too far. I never knew warp cowling to interfere with anything plot important, but apparently it did. But yeah, so she isn't able to reach that far out. She didn't detect anything. She also said, I don't detect any other kind of life either, because there was this missing crewman.
that's true.
So she didn't detect her either. She didn't feel that person either.
That's right. I forgot about her.
Yeah, the DM didn't. That's the important thing.
Right.
Zombie Klingons. Yeah. So, but she doesn't detect anything out there. Um, there might be more information to be had in in like impulse deck or hopping over, but you're gonna be out of power on that phaser in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Crap. If we go, which which direction would take us farther from the creatures and put us closer to something useful? Like if we head towards the bridge, would that take us farther away from them, or or should we head towards the nacelle? I'm not
Let me
sure.
see.
I'm throwing
So,
it out to my crewmates. I'm like, do we want to go farther from these things?
Here's my question: from impulse control, can we get more power for the ship?
well, actually, there's battery backup. The ship does still have batteries. I don't know, and I'm gonna say this. I literally don't know. They never seem to like have cables running out to these ships like that they were drawing power from something.
Right.
So they just seem to leave them out in the middle of the space desert, as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna do a really quickie. Make your starship. All right. Here is the primary hull, and we're just gonna do this. And then the warp nacelles are gonna be. Oh God, we're gonna do Klingon ones. Yes, we'll do Klingon ones. There we go. And color them blue because why the hell not? Okay, so there's the bridge. This is just a Reliant, so it's gonna be a Reliant. What the hell's the actual name of the
Miranda.
Miranda.
Miranda? Yeah, I think this is a Scorpion one. It's whatever that. It's a Moscow version with that little stinger. Yes. So basically, what we're dealing with is gonna make an X here. Okay, so that's where I don't really need to get a drawing pad. Okay, so that's your current location, or no, that's impulse. So we'll call that I. Impulse is here. You guys are in med. Why some of us can't afford the fancy deck plane. And then ME for main engineering. And main engineering is going to be right there. Highlight color green because why not? Yep. So basically, that's kind of our horizontal layout.
Okay.
So they're between us and the impulse.
They are, but main engineer med bay is. I'm going to go with med bay is up a level, but yeah, impulse and main engineering would be on the same deck.
So we could go across one deck up and then come down.
Yep.
Another set of ladders or a Jeffries tube or something.
Yep. I mean that's a pretty standard layout for a ship like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So basically, impulse, and also that's where the shuttles are. The shuttle bays are back here too. So
Right.
I think we all roughly know how to do that. Oh, yeah, we've all got kind of layouts in our mind. Yeah. So main engineering is going to be, yeah, you could go up and around. I think. I think that's pretty much intact, and there'll be some dice rolls to find out if you needed to go anywhere special. So you want to get to the impulse area or the warp nacelle?
I feel like at this point we need to continue the tradition of not investigating the plot hook that you're dangling in
Right.
front of us.
Okay, yeah, stay away
So
from
we'll
Starboard.
go to
Stay
the
away from old
impulse. We
Starby.
won't go to the warp
Why don't you just
nacelle.
check out phaser control while you're at it? You know,
Yeah,
hey,
actually,
I wonder if they have photon torpedoes or what.
can I
Just saying.
have
Yes,
my the other engineers that are with us that are presumably
yes, they're
following
trailing
us
along.
around?
They're puppying along behind you, hoping not to die.
Yeah, I would like them to go and patch the power sources of the two shuttles into the ship systems.
Okay. I
To,
mean, they're just gonna sit there. Okay,
yeah,
you're
they're
gonna
not
send us
like
out with the time spider.
yeah, but you don't have names yet, so it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna send. Oh, that's right. There was Abel, Baker, and Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So they'll off they go. You can send them with vlog. Just
Yeah.
like let
Blood
there be a
Blood will
named
Blood will
character.
take charge of them. Yeah.
I don't know.
Come
This
on,
is
boys. Let's get down there.
well, actually, Steve. Do you want to sacrifice Plug? He is kind of yours.
Well, when we do the wrap up, Blug's death screams will haunt my character.
Okay.
Why did we
Yes.
send him down there?
You smell bacon? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
There was a yeah, that was one of the uh yeah, that was one that I sent to what's his name? Triangulum. It was one of the ship that was when that the giant battle cruisers that then participated in the rescue of Quonos. Those ships, and that was like two of the ships had got a little nose art that had a targ pulling a wagon to like say, no, we're not a battle cruiser. We're here to move you. And it was it was the three cities. There was the ships were named after the three cities that make spam.
Okay.
So they were very excited. And it caused a level 4 diplomatic incident when the only response for why did you want these was bacon, and that was the only response from the commanders of the three ships. Again, HR had a problem. So yeah, we can send them down to the shuttle bay. It'll take longer to set that up than the force field has left. I mean, it's going to take about 10 minutes. It'll take time to get there, time to patch it in. Just let you know. I'm just giving you the rundown that if there was a hope to do that in time to reinforce the force field. Now you've got extra phasers. There's nothing with it says you just can't swap them out.
We'd have to go down there to swap them out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't do it remotely.
Unless you're a weenie. Why are you scared? There's a force field. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I got 10 threat. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, nothing's going to go wrong.
Nothing bad ever happened.
Nope.
No.
What
On
could
a
possibly go wrong?
Starfleet vessel.
Quick, send the NPCs off that way to attract the monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Who has the highest damsel score? Yeah, yeah. What would you like them to do? Yeah, because you can do that. If you want to go after, like swapping, reinforcing the current force field until you get a more permanent solution, that's an option. I'm sure I don't know if there's any phasers. There's not any phasers lying around. All the weapons lockers have been cleaned out.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Zara probably ain't using anything.
Yeah, and we didn't think to look at the other repair crew people to see if they had phasers still on their corpses.
I feel that repair crews are really, really not.
Yeah, they probably didn't have sidearms.
Usually, yeah.
We could pay opportunity threat whatever to say, oh yeah, there's a phaser rifle on our shuttle, and that'll be a bigger power supply.
True.
You could literally even just have one fall open in a weapons locker that the crew missed. I mean, you don't even have to. Yeah, if you want to do serendipity, absolutely, that's not a problem. Thanks for reminding me of the fact that you guys can say, no, look what I found, and then
Yeah.
there's a phaser rifle.
Look what I found. It's a phaser rifle.
That is the
Type 3.
that is the create opportunity option. Yeah. So if you want it, you wouldn't be using it as a weapon, so it's not escalation. Blah blah blah. But yeah, if you want to crank out a couple about three momentum probably because it's incredibly useful.
That sounds about right.
And I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
that
that sounds about right.
I think
That's fair.
the doctor, I think the doctor probably had one in the med bay for reasons.
Yeah. Oh, look what's
She was a
under this
renowned.
bed. Look what's
She
under
was a
this
renowned.
bio bed.
I love the idea that she was a renowned target shooter.
There you go.
There you
And
go.
so she's
Dr.
got
Annie Oakley.
yeah, she's got a competition phaser rifle. So you could probably juice that. It won't recharge. It'll be burned out once you use it, unlike a regular phaser rifle. But if you want to burn it out, you could probably do that. So yeah,
Not mine. I don't care. Burn it the hell out.
burn it. It's not mine.
Yep.
Nellis, it is a very fine weapon. I don't know how you feel about that, but okay.
Well-
You're not one of those. You're not Sulu.
It'll be making a sacrifice for us.
Oh, well, the cat. Very big kitty. Yeah, so what we've got is you're making your way down with the phaser rifle. The repair crew is going to work on its thing. Is everybody just going to go down and watch him swap out the batteries or what?
Yeah, I'd like to go down there with them and observe the creatures in person rather than just through the blink camera.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
Vorlon's going to head back
we'll-
with the. He'll keep in. I mean, assuming he'll keep in comms contact. Okay, 3 main players. You're going to go down. It is going to run pretty close to the end of that phaser time limit. Okay, I'm just going to let you know that.
Yeah.
I need everybody to make a fitness and
Oh God.
either fitness and engineering or fitness and security. It's up to you guys.
I'm going to take fitness and engineering, which is still only an 11.
Oh God, I think that these Starfleet guys need a real workout now. I think the Makos need to come back.
You need
Oh,
the.
I did get 2 successes anyway, a 5 and a 7.
What?
Two
Okay.
successes.
All right.
I got 1 success.
Okay. You were busy trying to fix this on the way, weren't you?
Yes.
You were trying to fix up the adapter on the rifle because
Yeah.
you did slow production. So what would happen is that's essentially how many increments of 30 seconds you have to spare was how much you all got. So it was like 5, so you got about 2 minutes left before the thing runs out when you get to engineering. So the force field is going down. There are 2 kind of, misshapen, unearthly creatures down in engineering now. And they are definitely, I'm assuming we wanted to do that, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I made a presumption. Oh, darn it. Yeah, come on. Why are you not?
Oh, we're all in the void now.
You're in the void again. All right. Well, I'm happy for the void. Me and my happy little void. Life form. My little life void. It really is. The void spiders are just pissing me off today.
They are not messing around.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah, there they are. They're back now. Why is my life is just one big technical problem today? There. Nellis, tell us. Vorton is out and Ragathor is in. Put you over here. Boom. You're down to 3 momentum. And yeah, you got your wibbly wobbly force field. And you got it's a polyline. And I probably fill it with something, I'm assuming. There we go. It's a salmon colored force field. It's very useful. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of these void spiders in there, so I'm gonna copy paste. There's gonna be 2 of them because why the hell not? There's a baby one and a mama one. Actually, they're the same size. One is missing its leg. It doesn't seem to be dying or anything. But they are definitely still testing the force field, and you do see that it's starting to flicker and fade out. So this thing's going to the wire. So if you want to make a bit of a roll for engineering, I don't know if you want anyone to assist you. Ragathor, you do notice that these things are sensing that the force field is kind of fluctuating.
So they're getting a little more
They're getting
animated.
a little more pushy. Yeah.
Yep.
And they do appear to be pushing. They're on one side of the, because there's the window, right? And you do notice that they're on one particular side of the field, and they're not, they're not against the whole wall. They're not testing all the wall. They're testing one spot.
Okay.
Like
All
the
right.
Raptors.
Just like the Raptors.
But bongos.
The bongos. Yeah. So if you want to get right next to the force field, because you didn't have much time, so it's right next to where the force field is. And
Yeah,
wouldn't you know,
and I
it's
got-
right in the way of the spiders. So it's right next to the spiders.
All right, I got 2 successes,
Okay, that's nice.
and somebody wants to
Anyone want to
steady my
assist?
hands or something.
My engineering isn't very good. How's yours? Tell us.
I've got a 3 in engineering.
I've only got a 2.
I'm just wondering if security would actually be of any use.
No?
No,
Yeah, maybe.
he's
It is
adapting.
a security force field type thing.
It's a force field. There's a weapon involved.
Yeah.
okay.
You've got weapons. I mean, you by default just have weaponsmithing, or if you have, I think you have small arms.
Well, I have marksmanship modern. That's not the techie side of it, but
I like that you just yoinked it out of FASA.
yeah.
No, I think that Mark. Well,
I'm not
familiar
shooting
with
at
the.
them. I'm not shooting at any of them.
yeah, I know that's the bit. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything specific. Well, I mean, well, he's replacing the battery. Now, you could help with replacing the battery or making sure he isn't going to get killed by the spiders if this goes sideways.
I think I'll do that. I'll keep him from getting murdered.
Because that'll help him feel more safe and be able to do a better job that way. I think that you basically are going to boost his morale. That's how you're going to assist. Because it's like bringing coffee. That's what you're going to do.
All right. So what, like control security and
yeah,
okay.
and marksmanship. Just say I've got it covered.
All right. Now I'm just rolling the assist, so it's just 1 die.
Single die.
Nice. I rolled a 3, so that
Yes.
gives me 2 successes.
All right. With an altogether 4 successes, you're doing what? Sorry.
It's a boom boom.
The boom. Or bongos.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So you do swap out the phaser with the new power pack. The field does flicker, but the field flickers quite a bit. And tell us, it looks like they figured out that when they were bumping and then there was no field for the briefest of instances, and the little claw thing goes towards Lemuel. He's not looking. His back is to this, so he doesn't know what's happening.
Right.
This is the best kind. Is there any? You do have a phaser at hand, set to stun if you want to sort of.
Yeah, I would just sort of
give it a blast.
Tap it on the toe, as it were.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and throw. I believe that would be a control and security.
And marksmanship modern
And
and
marksmanship modern. Crack shot.
2 successes.
All right, 2 is needed for a ranged attack anyway. You do take a zap at it, and I think you weren't probably aiming to. You weren't really doing much other than like saying, "No, you don't need to go over there."
Yeah,
Um,
just back behind where the force field's
yeah,
going to go.
it did. Yeah, because otherwise it would be chopped in half. Yeah, it does detect whatever it is. It reacted to the energy of the phaser hit on the ground in front of it, so it does scuttle back. You still don't hear any noise from it that you know of, other than the sound of, like, I don't know, like, have you ever had like that frosted glass, the stoppers in a glass bottle, and how
Yeah.
you twist it and it makes
Mhm.
that, yeah, that's the sound that their joints make.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's going to be getting on people's nerves. But the force field goes back up. Ragathor, did you have anything you were wanting to divine or learn about this?
Um, I'm trying to see if when he fired the phaser, I'm looking at the tricorder and I'm modulating that
Yeah.
whatever wavelength I got for the bongos to see if there's a different rhythm when it's when it's getting a beam shot towards it.
I think with the bongos, what the crew was staying up with. Oh God. Yeah, it sounds like Jimmy Buffett is a thing. So yeah, I did want to know that. Did you want to conduct an experiment? You want to make an observation? You want to try and conduct kind of a natural experiment then?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if like when
Yeah.
they if it's like something that's not audible to us but it's over subspace, if they're like saying watch out or something, like if there's any kind of signs
Okay,
that they're
got it.
This reaction or
yeah
something.
yeah
Yeah,
like
the reaction does come with a flare up in subspace.
okay
Like a rapid, like a more rapid pulsing,
okay
I think would be the thing. So you do have that. They do go back. The force field goes back into place, and you got them trapped again. This rifle will last about 15 minutes. But it will be burned out by then. It won't be able to be recharged like the phaser could be. Except if you don't have any power, you can't recharge the phaser.
right
One other thing you may notice is that the place they're going, the place that the corner they're in is really close to the warp core. It's like the most direct line from the console to the warp core.
So there's that residual radiation from just the warp core running for 30 years or whatever.
Contaminated. Yeah.
And it's similar to the baryon radiation that they're bringing with them from their little dimension, whatever they're from. So are they trying to eat it? Do they think it is a new home? Are they attracted to it?
Do they want to mate with it?
Do they want to mate with it?
I'm
They
gonna
want
always go
to
there
cuddle it?
right off the bat. They want to cuddle it, maybe spoon with it, all 8 legs.
I'm telling you, I already called that. Hentai City, man.
Oh,
I will say that you're not picking up any baryon radiation now.
Oh dear.
Well, the spiders are fully in this space.
oh, is there no longer like a portal behind them?
Well, they're not in it. There's no halo around them anymore. I mean, once they've
All right.
come through, there stops being the static glow. When they're in the space, they're in the space. But the wall is still wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, but it's not giving off anything hellish.
And it looks like that webbing, sort of the webbing effect.
Yeah,
that
the
was
webbing effect
scarred
is
on
there's some scarification on the console.
I wonder if we just eject the warp core from this thing, if they'll go away.
Yeah, they'll go right out into the shipyard.
Yeah, that's the last thing we want. There's another 20
First thing-
ships in the shipyard. Yeah.
First thing we
Yeah.
strip out is the ejection system. You just do.
But I mean,
That's where my threat
the
went.
other ships all have warp cores that are presumably, unless they've been sitting here long enough, that they're demagnetized or debaryonized or whatever
That's
we
possible.
want to call it.
But yeah, so what I'm going to say is you make a discovery that there is some kind of a, they are very, they seem to be trying to get to the warp core. That appears to be the way they're rolling at the moment. At least these two. I don't know what the other 200 to 300 of them are doing. But yeah, that's the and I think that's where we'll leave it. Is you got two of them, they're sitting there and not sure what to do. Maybe they'll go back and kill the rest of your landing party.
Oh, we hope not. We
But
like
also,
we like Alpha and Bravo and Charlie.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens to them. Okay. Guys, hopefully, I do have we'll do our, what's it says. So for next session, we had the Sphere of Zombies. Apparently that doesn't matter. We had a conspiracy. Do phasers work on them? Well, apparently phasers scared them.
Yeah.
Destiny has nothing she needs to know about. Oily thoughts.
Yeah, Whaley thought.
Yeah,
Let's see.
she'll be interested to hear that one.
Yeah. Well, at least she's
good
not
luck remembering what that is.
At
and
least she's
she
not in the
reads.
void. That's the only thing she can thank
This
us
is
for.
true.
We didn't traumatize her or put her in a void or make her talk to someone's dead grandma. Cam, what do you think? What do you hope or fear will happen next week?
I hope that Ragathor can figure out a way to communicate with these things. Like, I'm hoping they're more like dolphins, that they're intelligent and they just don't use tech, or
Okay.
whales, but only looking like spiders.
So we'll have arachnid ops.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be interesting.
Oh, that would be horrifying.
Yeah, stay the hell out of that room.
Led by Barkley. It did in my mind prove that he was not human.
Yes.
Because he devolved into a fucking spider, which is not on our pathway. So
Nope, not even
Barkley
close.
clearly not human.
Yeah.
Everybody else, Ogawa chimped out, Riker chromagged, but no, Barkley became a fucking spider.
Yeah.
So that's creepy. Either Jim or Steve, who wants to go and decide hopes, fears?
Well, I think I'd mentioned, Engineer Blorg's death screams will haunt me forever if something bad happens to him.
The fate of the repair crew.
Yeah, there you go.
And was their fate architected?
Oh,
I ordered them to their fate.
oh yeah. Don't talk to me about fate. Was it fate from that or not?
Diction.
Diction.
Diction. That was
And
so
I'm known for
stupid.
my diction.
Diction.
I really wanted him to say Orion. What is Lemuel looking at next for next week?
Lemuel is like, we've got to get this ship under some sort of power so that we don't have to keep swapping out our phasers to
Yeah.
power this force
You're
field.
gonna be running out of phasers pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we gotta check out. We've managed to do 2 sessions without checking out your starboard nacelle, so we need to do.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
get down there.
I mean, I love the idea. I'm just going to throw it out there of, well, if the starboard, you don't go to the starboard nacelle comes to you.
Yeah, breaks off and comes right through the
It
ship.
breaks off
Comes
and
right
comes
through.
to you. I love the idea that there's
There
just
is a storm.
there's the meat puppet that, like, that the spiders are now just meat puppeting around the woman.
I don't like
Oh, that
that.
would be gross. Or
God.
what do they do on Independence Day, where they just like stick a spike in the back of her head and just
Yeah.
make her mouth? Yeah, just saying. You guys wanted excitement. You guys wanted Star Trek shit.
This is
Star Trek.
this
shit.
is
Star
fun.
Trek
I
shit.
love this.
It's
Yeah,
good.
so we got
Hardcore.
so if we got all these things, they may or may not happen. Who knows? We do have the storm outside that could wreak havoc on things. When in doubt, I was going to say, "Oh, storm's pretty bad. The only place to go is the starboard nacelle."
For some reason, it's so much safer than even the
It's
port nacelle.
yes. Oh no, the port nacelle is like all fucked up. That's why there is no port nacelle.
They had a Rathacon moment too, huh? All
They
right.
did have a
Yeah.
Rathacon moment. There was a big chunks of the ship missing. Yeah, so I would literally go that the port nacelle is probably gone. Just to F with you guys. Well, anyway, folks, whatever happens, I really enjoyed that you guys all put up with our technical problems. I don't know who's left talking to us at this point or watching, but if you are watching still, what I will say is you can always sign up in our Discord. Let me see. You can always go off to our Discord and see what we got going there. Let me see if I can find our. Where is our thing? We got time spiders. See, they weren't time spiders, so I felt good about that.
Yeah.
And we've got weekly schedule. We have nothing for Tuesday. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, we have Whose Dungeon Is It Anyway? There's a comedy show, D&D themed games. That Nat Too Shabby is going to be running. It's going to be 8:30 Eastern. And then on Friday, Cookie Trek, Strange Noob World. We're going to see if we can have something a little more upbeat this term, and it's going to be Voyager themed. Lieutenant Noob is going to be tripping through the lobby of What If, and led by Porthos Eternal to basically figure out what he can do to make Voyager not end in disaster, because there's critical inflection points in everyone's Star Trek journey, and sometimes they need a little help not to die. And that apparently is where Quantum Leap meets Touched by an Angel happens. So we are doing a Star Trek Quantum Angel. Yes, that is what we're doing. It ain't great, but it's what we had. It's what Simon and Rufus are giving a shot to. It didn't go well because one of the things is no matter what happens, we seem to always put somebody in a beat chair at the end of it. We're off on Saturday. Sunday, we will be back with Call of the Netherdeep. And then on Monday, we will have our first, we hope, episode of Expanse, The Cupbearer, with a couple of new players that are definitely new to Monday nights. And we will see what happens in the wild and wacky time before the proto-molecule shows up. Because players should not be able to interfere in key events, and I'm keeping them out of the way of canon. So anyway, if anything happens before then, just check out the Discord. I'm just going to shut down because we've done enough damage. So, did anybody else have a shout out or a plug for a commercial or a beg for food? Nobody needed to.
Yeah.
All right, no, all right. I didn't know if anybody needed to do anything. All right. Well, take care. Hopefully, Destiny will be back with us next time we play. Bye, everybody.
Night.
Night, folks.